What's up, everyone? Dan Boy's back with another one. Um, this is going to be, well, the fourth installment of our Doubles Y Flex mini scheme. But what this is actually the second play that I did revisited. So I'll label it 2.5. Throughout the year, what I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, patches, things change. Maybe I've been running a play so much and people start to counter it doing this, so then I come back with this, which is going to be what this video is. Um, and it's just stuff that I've learned from running the play, or as overalls of players maybe change in Ultimate Team. You know, ability to do some things change. That's actually part of this as well. That will play into this as well. And going forward, um, so I don't need to make an update 2.55 or what the heck ever I'm going to call those ones. So first PA deep outs, that was the first one. So obviously I'm running that. We know now the outs are back. I figured that out right away. Let you guys know. Holy crap! Look at that. It's like 2 years ago with the outs. Um, so then I showed you guys a little. This was something totally new that I just stumbled upon. This little pseudo screen. So go back and check that out. And that really, I think to date, is maybe still my highest viewed video, which is crazy. It's an awesome play, but I've put out better content, honestly, than I have. But people loved it, right? And there was a few things about it that I didn't recognize at the time. Partially because people hadn't figured out the outs yet, partially because people's outside linebackers and such weren't fast enough at that time in the game to where even if you did shade and do those kinds of adjustments, you'd have had to manually run up there and move them. There's like no possible way they were going to get out there. Now that's a little different. We're starting to see guys can get out there. So, Shark HB Wheel Revisited. Again, if you want to see how I turned it into a screen, go back and watch that. With this particular setup, so again, we know this is somebody playing a cover 3. We've been dealing with their crap. What we don't know is whether they're shading out or whatever. Obviously, you can't know that pre-snap. So what we're going to do is we're going to take X, we're going to put him on an out, then we can go ahead and smart route that. It can be 10 to 15 yards downfield. I wouldn't want it any more than that. If it has to be more than that, maybe you just do a little short out, test the waters. Um, so the first thing I'm going to read there is this guy, right? If he drops back and starts to go, so I know, okay, you're taking away that out. That's where the rest of the setup comes in. I'm going to block the running back. And I like Cobb where he is, but this is a wild card, as I call him. X Factor, whatever you want to call it. We'll go wild card. Won't be as confusing. You can take him and put him on a hitch, right trigger. Because if this guy drops back, you could maybe fire that hitch real quick, right? Otherwise, you can just leave him and you have a little high-low going opposite directions over the middle with Witten. So, like, if maybe the user knows what's going on and starts to try to drop back underneath that post, which is going to be the highlight of this particular play, you've got your little high-low with one linebacker. You can put him in a bind. Also, I want you to note there, if this linebacker over here drops back and deep, the odds are the other one is not on a hard flat. The odds are somebody didn't come over and manually, run on him and is going to go user him in like the manner of a hard flat, or is on a type of cover 3 that would allow this guy to be on a hard flat, or took this guy and put him on a hard flat. You get what I'm saying? The odds of that are just not good. Meaning the drag, right? You'd have the drag late. So even if you miss your high-low over the middle, you'll still have the drag late. So fairly simple play to run. Not too tough. So without further ado, Michael Gallup. Now again, the first thing I'm going to look at is Cooper. I see they're taking away, that. If they've taken that away, that means I know you are shading outside. So I'm going to show you 2 ways to hit Gallup. Alright, so what I did was I pass led that to the left and slightly back towards me. Just a touch, 1/4 of an inch maybe back towards me. And then I, possession caught that. Okay, so that's that set up. And you see that usually works even when they're not shading outside. Sometimes when they're not shading outside, the corner can try to swoop around in front of that. If they're shading outside, I've not yet ever seen that happen when someone's shading outside. Um, Man, it's crazy sometimes, but that's not something I've seen. Which is going to then bring us to part 2 here. So again, we know they're sitting on the outs. They're taking away the outs. I just want to make sure that you see that. The other way you can throw a gallop is actually going to be a low point. Now this is another part of where I had mentioned if as overalls get better, things might change, and that's part of this. That's this portion of it. As quarterbacks get more accurate, we can low point, or if you're using a better quarterback, you can have more success low pointing, right? So when you low point this, I'm actually going to wait right when he comes out of the break. I'm going to throw it, and I'm actually going to pass lead this at a 45-degree angle to the left and back towards me. So down and to the left, 45-degree angle. If you do it right, you possession catch it, and you're going to get that exact animation. It's going to hit him right in the chest. And I think the better quarterbacks and receivers get, the more, and quarterbacks get, the more necessary it's going to be to do that so you don't get jumped. Also, if the user tries to click on real quick and shoot over there, that low point is going to be a lot tougher for the user. So I do recommend low pointing if you're out here with like a 79, 80 overall quarterback, or a quarterback that just doesn't have good throw stats. You know, it's something you may want to monkey around with, in practice mode with a friend, in a game against a friend, or when you're blowing somebody clean out, right, and it's a game you don't care about, or maybe unfortunately you're getting blown out and it's a game you don't care about. Before you quit, lab it, run it in game, see how your quarterback does, see how your receiver does. But I mean, if Regs Dak Prescott can do it, odds are your quarterback can do it. I mean, odds are, right? So, damn boys, back with another one. I hope you enjoyed.